You never had control, and no one told you that. You've been programmed to fear yourself. From the moment you took your first breath, you were taught to distrust your feelings, your thoughts, your desires. To say yes when you meant no. To smile when pain was tearing you apart. To believe that your own self was dangerous. They called it humility, faith, obedience. But in truth, it was an invisible code, installed like a virus in your mind. Carl Jung warned, "He who looks outside dreams. He who looks inside awakens." But no one wants you to awaken, because the world has been designed to keep you lost, to make you look in the mirror and not recognize the reflection, to make you fear your own shadow. They created a fear, the fear of freedom, the fear of thinking differently, the fear of breaking the pattern, and so they told you that what you feel, anger, desire, pain, hunger, is wrong. They taught you to repress, hide, deny. But the shadow doesn't disappear when you deny it. It grows. It watches you from within, waiting for the moment to take control. How many times have you wanted to speak the truth but swallowed the scream? How many times have you felt dirty for being who you are? How many times have you apologized for feeling something you couldn't control? That's the programming. They made you believe your nature is evil, that your impulses are sins, that your desire is weakness. But it's not. It's human. It's real. It's the part of you that was erased so the system could shape you. And the more you run from yourself, the more you become a prisoner of what you don't understand. Your shadow is not the enemy. It's the map, the hidden code that reveals what you need to integrate. Accept. Heal. But to do that, you must stop running. You must face it. Ask yourself, whose fear am I carrying? Who taught me to fear myself? And what happens if I stop obeying? The answer is inside you. It always has been. But as long as you live programmed to fear your essence, you will never be free. The fear of yourself is the most silent poison, because it hides in places no one taught you to look, in the desire you suppress, in the anger you deny, in the joy you don't allow, in the pain you bury, in the intuition you ignore. Society has programmed you to be predictable, to follow a script, study, work, obey, consume, stay silent. You learn to feel safe by being like everyone else. But every time you think differently, you feel that chill down your spine, don't you? The fear screams, don't go down that path, it's dangerous. But dangerous for who? You hear the inner voice and feel ashamed. You cry in secret so no one sees. And when no one's looking, you might even ask, why am I like this? But then the system's weight presses in. You need to change. You need to be better. You need to fit in. That's not growth. That's programming. They want you to live fragmented, disconnected, divided. They want you to think spirituality is self-denial. That strength is silence. That purity is rejecting your humanity. But Carl Jung knew, what you resist persists. What you accept transforms. As long as you deny your shadow, it will control you. As long as you deny your desire, it will turn into compulsion. As long as you deny your pain, it will turn into illness. As long as you deny your light, you'll live in someone else's darkness. You've been programmed to fear yourself because if you access what you feel, the system loses. If you question, they lose. If you say no, they lose. If you own your truth, they lose control. And that's what they fear most. That you'll realize the key to the cage has always been in your hands. What they call rebellion, I call awakening. What they call sin, I call courage. What they call heresy, I call freedom. But the choice is yours. You can keep accepting the fear they gave you, or you can look within and see, you are not dangerous. You are powerful. You weren't born afraid. Fear was taught, implanted like an invisible code, first in words, then in silences, and finally, in unspoken rules you accepted without questioning. But now, Something inside you is waking up. Maybe it's the pain of living disconnected, or the emptiness of following a path that was never yours, or that strange feeling that something is wrong even when everyone says it's fine. Your soul knows, it always knew, that the fear of yourself is the greatest trick of all. Because when you fear your own light, you never truly shine. When you fear your own voice, you never speak what matters. When you fear your own strength, you never break the cycle. That's what they want, for you to stay small, to keep asking for permission to be what you already are, to never realize that your shadow isn't your enemy, it's the key. The most dangerous truth they don't want you to discover is that you already have everything you need. The healing, the courage, the awareness, the freedom. It was always inside you. But as long as you fear yourself, you'll be programmed to obey, to consume, to believe what they tell you, and never what you feel. Carl Jung said, "He who looks inside awakens." So, what will you choose? To live by the code they gave you, or to break the system and be free? The code was installed, but now, the choice is yours.